first trained as mental health first aid instructors, I really had no idea what mental health first aid was. Some kind of program that reduced stigma. So it's amazing to me the impact that mental health first aid has had on our agency and on our community in just over 3 years. We now have 10 certified mental health first aid instructors. We've trained over 545 people from over 140 community agencies. And I think it's safe to say that a whole lot of people know what mental health first aid is. When I think about the impact, though, I tend to think about those 545 individuals who were willing to give 12 hours of their time, in fact eager, to learn more about mental illness so they could do better at their jobs, so they could help family members, or just so that they could have a better impact on their community.
Training, when we're doing these mental health first aid trainings, we really want to emphasize where mental health first aid fits into the continuum between prevention and early intervention. And so I think that's really the place of impact that we emphasize when we train. But what I get really excited about is, during the course of the training, we begin to witness the impact it has on the people who we are training. And that's, of course, where the rubber meets the road. So, for instance, at the end of a recent training, a young lady asked about, well, what happens, I work at the YMCA up in Evanston, Illinois, and what happens when one of our residents shows up intoxicated? What in the world do I do? And, of course, we educated her about what her response would be. And the thing that was so great is that she then said, I really feel emboldened, I really feel empowered to go back to my organization and utilize what I've learned in this 2-day training. So to me, that's where the impact really lies, is these people feeling empowered to do this work. And then, taking it even a step further, how it might impact families and extended families, is a parent who came as a representative of NAMI said, I wish we had this information when my daughter was struggling with her mental illness, because I know we would have acted sooner and we would have been able to help her and to keep her condition from becoming more chronic. So to me, that's where the impact of this program is.
That C4 has had an impact on the greater Illinois community is by putting mental health first aid on the continuing education map. We offer continuing education credits for nurses, for human resource professionals, for substance abuse professionals, for educators, for social workers. So people now learn about mental health first aid courses in a larger number of venues and are more apt to be interested in it.
So, assess the situation and evaluate the risk. Listen very carefully and don't desist. Give reassurance and good info. Encourage them to see an appropriate pro. Encourage them to use self-help ideas. And that is the algae wrap, my dears.
So we're really thrilled to be offering mental health first aid in Illinois, and particularly excited after receiving a grant from the Illinois Department of Human Services that allows us to train 600 people per year for the next 3 years. So we're hoping with that we're going to have a great impact and contribute to the mission of Mental Health First Aid USA with the dissemination of mental health first aid.
Bing bong, bing bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong, bing bong.